Happy St. Patrick's Day from San Francisco. Um, with all that's happening, I'm in lockdown in San Francisco. Started yesterday, and so it's a really interesting time. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to share some of the things that I'm doing to. I know there's a lot of people feeling a lot of anxiety, and I was in San Francisco when we had the dot-com bust, and there were tons of layoffs and lots of uncertainty. And that was a time when I learned a lot of really good coping skills for dealing with stress and uncertainty. And so have shared them over the years, and wanted to share a few things that I'm doing right now as we're in this shelter-in-place space. And so one of the things is just to ask oneself, like, I shared something yesterday around gratitude, because there's always something to feel grateful for. There was someone I had taken a class with who said that if ever his wife and he are in a fight, and they're like really, it's getting tough and everything, one of the things they do to help them shift themselves is to say, what are 10 things that you can feel grateful for, to really shift the energy and get, a person into a completely different space. And things just get a lot calmer. So yesterday I shared, I went out, I usually park about 3 blocks away in the city. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to have, street cleaning tickets and everything. So I went to check on my car, and I was like, well, you know what? This is a really weird time, but let me take some pictures of the ocean and this park, and take a minute to stroll through the park and just enjoy some greenery and all this concrete. And just realize that, even though, things are very uncertain, like at grocery stores and things like that, I do have enough to eat right now, and just to keep staying in the present moment, and realizing, that I do have plenty to eat at the moment, and there's clean water to drink, and I have, a place to live that's very nice. And I do live by the ocean, which is very healing. So to just keep staying in that space of gratitude. And then I got some happy mail today, so I wanted to share that to you. So there's a company called Pipsticks out of Monterey, and so ever since when I was a little girl, I was really into stickers. I used to get a $20 allowance, and I would go to a sticker store in St. Louis and just sit there and figure out what kinds of stickers I could buy. So I was so delighted when I got this today, this little shipment. Of course, I love this, the don't worry, be happy, don't worry, be happy. There's rainbows, little funny shoes. I, being Asian, love ramen, so I love these little stickers that they design. They have these cute this card that came with it, to acknowledge yourself, something that's super important, and little, lightning bolts and paint, just all sorts of little fun. I love these little animals on the clouds with the rainbow. I guess those are animals that have passed over, little angel fur babies. And there's some punk rock animals and some iguanas. And it comes with this little publication, which I thought was so perfect. What's your favorite chill at home activity? Because, we're super spending all this time at home and everything. And my cat is over there enjoying a little sun. And so, just I think it's a really good time to ask ourselves, what does make me feel happy? What does make me feel calm? There's so much that's out of our control. So what can we do to feel in control? That's something that's very helpful. Mindfulness is super important. That part of why I like, things like these, stickers and everything is because they really bring you into the present moment. They bring you into your senses. One of the exercises I learned about reducing anxiety is to focus on your senses. So what are some things that you see and feel? There's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exercise where it's count 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell. What are all the auditory, all the different senses? But, go through all of your senses. And so if you're in a state, what's that saying, that if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're worrying about the future. So come back to that present moment, get into those 5 senses, which you can do with just about anything, whether it's fun little stickers or the meal that you're eating, or even makeup. makeup is an amazing way, I realize, that I've used over the years to calm down, because it's so like in the senses. You're focusing on the touches, or the textures and the colors and the smells. And it really brings you into the present moment, just the way like painting, an arts and crafts project might. So just wanted to share that today. And then also I'm going to be leading a guided meditation, something I started about 10 years ago that's been super helpful to me. I've been doing it for about 10 years, and it's been just an enormously helpful way for me to chill out and de-stress and get out of like the monkey mind. There's a lot of mind chatter coming up for people, so I'm going to be doing that at 11 o'clock on Saturday Pacific Standard Time. So I'll be doing another Facebook Live video then, and hope you will join me then. And have a happy St. Patrick's Day. Take care, stay healthy, and be well.